time for the Neville Football Playback Show. The ball game began as Neville kicked off to Ruston. A high kick in the air was mishandled by the Ruston return man. Actually picked up by a Neville player and pushed into the end zone, that being Daniel Bosley, but rules state that you cannot advance a muff. Nonetheless, it is first and goal for Neville at the Ruston 6-yard line. The Tiger offense takes the field. Robert Lane puts Drew Carson in motion. Robert Lane then turns hands off to Tony White, who is inside the 5 to near the 4-yard line. It's not a touchdown, but still good field position, obviously, with Neville now facing second down and goal to go near the 3-yard line of Ruston after the mark. In this set, Robert Lane is down under center. Again, Drew Carson in motion. But Lane calls his own number, takes it around the left side, takes a hard hit into the end zone, but has the Tigers on the board early. In fact, less than a minute has expired in the first quarter, and the Tigers have a touchdown. Alex Presley comes on, and from his toe is the point after attempt. Alex Presley's kick is up, and it's good. And with 11:09 remaining in the first quarter of play, Neville leads by a score of 7-0 over Ruston. Now what seems like just a moment later, Neville kicks off once again. Presley with a high sailing kick that's into the end zone. That prevents any kind of run back, and Ruston is now first down, 10 yards to go on offense at the Bearcat 20-yard line. The defense comes onto the field with its strategy. Ruston sets in a split-back formation, wing to the left side, and the quarterback, Bo Jones, is under center. He turns, hands off to Ladarius Mammon. His run nets only about 2 yards, bringing up second down and long from the Bearcats. In fact, after the mark, second down, 8 yards to go for Ruston. Again, the quarterback, Bo Jones, under center. Hands off again, Ladarius Mammon, running left side, but meeting a lot of Tiger bodies along the way. Mammon squeezes 3 on the play. That brings up a third down situation for Ruston, 3rd down and 5 from the Bearcat 25. Bo Jones now with the man in motion under center will fake a handoff on the play action, roll out to pass, and hits his man. It's a completed pass to the 32-yard line as Ruston will move the change following the completion. On the catch for Ruston, Josh Perrott. Now first down and 10 for Ruston at the Bearcat 32-yard line. The quarterback, Jones, down under, play action fake, throwing way upfield. But right there to bat the ball away defensively is Travis Moore for Neville. Incomplete. That brings up second down, 10 yards to go for Ruston. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line of the Bearcats. Again, Bo Jones under center. Hands off this time to Roberts running left, who is hit in the backfield. A great defensive play by Bradley McCoy, resulting in a loss on the play, bringing up third down for Ruston, now greater than 10 yards to go, in the neighborhood of third down and about 15 yards to go. Bo Jones with a play action fake is rushed, throwing the pass at the feet of Ladarius Mammon as it falls incomplete. The Tigers hold, and Ruston must take punt formation. Again, following a fine defensive stand, the Ruston punter, who is Chris Ludwig, stands back near his own 12-yard line to receive the snap from center. The snap is to him fine. Ludwig gets off a low kick, which comes to Drew Carson. Tries to find some running room, not there. Carson is cut down off his feet at the 41-yard line of Neville, and that is where the Tigers go on offense. Again in the first quarter, leading by a score of 7-0. The Tigers come to the offensive line. 3 receivers near side, wide side of the field. Robert Lane in the shotgun. He awaits his snap from center. The snap is high to Lane, who has it down. Lane will go down. Valuable time, a sack on the play. After the loss, Neville is now second down near the Tiger 30-yard line. A handoff to Tony Smith running right will get back some of the loss, but will still leave Neville in a third down situation. In fact, third down and long, somewhere in the neighborhood of third down and 17 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is the Neville 34-yard line. The Tigers break huddle. Lane again will work from the shotgun. Receivers split left and right. Robert Lane has the shotgun snap, looking, throws, incomplete as it bounces off the hip of the intended receiver, LaMarcus Simmons, and given the 4th and long, the Tigers now must take punt formation. With the switch out of jerseys comes Drew Carson, who will stand at the 20-yard line of Neville. He awaits the deep snap, which is there perfectly. Drew Carson's punt is fielded by Belcher, tries to find some running room, but Belcher is cut down off his feet, but leaving Ruston in fairly good field position. First down, 10 yards to go, near the Ruston 38, maybe 39-yard line following the punt and return. Ruston back on offense, still in the first quarter. Man in motion is Earl Griffin. Bo Jones, the quarterback, hands off to Roberts trying to run left, and nothing doing. The Tiger defense is there to shut him down. Virtually no gain on the play, and following the run of Roberts leaves second down and, for practical purposes, 10 yards to go. Bo Jones, the Ruston quarterback, down under. He'll turn, hand it off to the wingman who is running right. Drops the football, does Russell Woodard, and in doing so, the Tigers recover. So the miscue by Ruston produces the Tigers to go back on offense. Coming from the bottom of the pile, as shown, is number 55, DePaul Caesar. So as the Ruston drive sputters, Neville again takes over in Ruston territory. The officials look it over, mark it at the 47-yard line of Ruston, first down and 10 Neville. Robert Lane, handoff, Tony White, met with authority. Nothing doing as Tony White tried to take it off the right side of the offensive line that time. Brings up second down for Neville. Again, the line of scrimmage remains the Ruston 47-yard line. Robert Lane operating from the gun. Man in motion, LaMarcus Simmons. Robert Lane throws it to Simmons, who cannot find the handle. Again, that was a second down play. Following the incomplete, Neville now facing third down, 10 yards to go. Again, the line of scrimmage, the Ruston 47-yard line. Lane under center for this snap, dropping to throw. Does throw. It falls incomplete as Robbie Smith of Ruston was right there with LaMarcus Simmons. So the Tigers are 3 plays and out following the fumble, the switch out of jerseys, and the Tigers must now take punt formation. Again, it is in the first quarter of play, and Neville still leads by a score of 7-0 over Ruston. Drew Carson takes the snap near his own 40, gets away a high sailing kick. It bounces near the 10-yard line and into the end zone. Obviously a touchback on the play, and Ruston will once again go on offense, down by a score of 7-0, as the Bearcats will set up at the 20-yard line following the punt and touchback. Bo Jones, the Ruston quarterback, goes under center. He'll hand it off LaDarius Mammon. Mammon is forward for around 4, now maybe 5 yards. Tough running in the middle for Mammon, who had a big night for the Bearcats. Following Mammon's run brings up second down for Ruston. Bo Jones gets his instructions from Tommy Reeder on the sidelines. Jones, the quarterback for the Bearcats, goes under center. Now there's a stoppage of play. Penalty flags are down. As best can be figured in this situation is that the Tigers lined up in the neutral zone, creating defensive encroachment. Not only a penalty against the Tigers, but given the forward progress on the previous run, the 5-yard mark-off takes the ball beyond the 30-yard line for Ruston and produces a first down for the Bearcats. Back to play. Bo Jones, under center, hands it off. Ladarius Mammon running left. He breaks from the pack. He's got big yardage across the 50. In fact, he's inside the Neville 45-yard line. Final mark by the officials will put the ball near the Neville 44-yard line. Again, a fine run by Ladarius Mammon as ran from the wing tee. First down, 10 yards to go. Ruston, line of scrimmage, the Neville 44-yard line. Here's Bo Jones handing it off to Roberts left side. Finds the running rough, but Roberts will squeeze a couple on the play. That will bring up second down for the Bearcats in the neighborhood of 8 yards to go. Line of scrimmage near the 42-yard line of Neville. The Ruston quarterback, Bo Jones, under center. Looks over the defense, turns, hands off Ladarius Mammon. Mammon is hit near the line of scrimmage by the ankles and will go down after forward progress, but inside the Neville 40. It brings up third down for the Bearcats, roughly 4 yards to go, line of scrimmage between the 38 and 39-yard line of Neville. Bo Jones, the Ruston quarterback, down under, turns, hands off to Roberts. He is swarmed in the backfield. Several Neville defenders there to get him. The first, Travis Smith. That produces a 4th and long. The ball is outside the Neville 40 now, near the 42-yard line. The Bearcats show a change of jerseys, and here is Chris Ludwig once again for Ruston to attempt the punt. The snap is there. Ludwig has the punt away. It's coming down, bouncing in front of Drew Carson. The Tigers decide to let it roll. Ruston will kill the ball inside the Neville 10, obviously, near the 7 or 8 yard line, and that is where the Tigers go back on offense. Still in the first quarter, the Tigers still lead by a count of 7-0 over Ruston, but deep in Neville territory. Robert Lane under center for this one, pitching it back to Tony White. Skips by one would-be tackler in the backfield, and now on second and third effort will make it past the 10-yard line. And in doing so, it'll bring up second down and relatively long, second down and about 6 for Neville. Robert Lane under center once again. He's dropping back to throw. He's rolling right as he's flush from the pocket and will release upfield, and the pass will fall incomplete. That will bring up third down and about 6 yards to go for Neville. Again, Robert Lane, shotgun snap, hands it off. Tony White loses yards on the play, and that will produce a punting situation for Neville. So the Tiger drive stalls very deep in Neville territory, inside the 10-yard line, near the 7-yard line. The switch out of jerseys is there. Drew Carson will stand in the end zone to await the deep snap. Carson has the punt away. A rollover kick that will come down and bounce near the Neville 40, takes somewhat of a Neville roll out to the 43-yard line, and Ruston goes back on offense. When it comes to Neville football, you know that you want to be in the know, so join the fun every Monday night from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's for Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty. It's a live, unrehearsed one-hour talk show with Neville's top football Tiger on KNOE Radio, 540 a.m. So tune in, or better yet, come on by. You know that the food and the fans will be great. Tiger Talk with Mickey McCarty, Monday nights from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Melvin's on North 18th in Monroe.
Are you ready for some super action? Ready for the best local football highlights on TV? Well, are you? Then get ready to tune your TV to see the best of the best in action on the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
I'm Aaron Dietrich. That's Brett Newton. Welcome to the most watched high school football show in the area.
See why the KNOE TV8 sports team are the undisputed champions of local sports coverage. Watch TV8 Friday nights at 10:15 for the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
What I enjoy about the outdoors is the peace, the solitude, getting out here, having some fun, some fellowship with your friends, your family. My earliest memories of going hunting is getting bundled up on a winter morning, going out to the deer stand or going squirrel hunting with my dad and my brothers. Well, I think it's critical that you preserve this type of lifestyle, hunting and fishing for our families, for their futures.
Wilson Rambo, the kind of person you want for district judge for Morehouse and Ouachita parishes.
The action is now picked up in the second quarter. Bo Jones with a quick pass to the right side. It's complete for minimal yardage. Again, we're in the second quarter of play. Neville continues to lead by a score of 7-0 over Ruston. But Ruston obviously wanting to mount a drive. Bearcats have moved forward now, as seen on screen, with the first down, 10 yards to go, near the 32-yard line of Neville. This is Roberts. Cuts back in for yardage. Tough going through the Tiger defense, but good blocking. Roberts' previous pickup leaves second down for Ruston inside the Neville 30. Pitch it right this time. Ladarius Mammon. He is moving forward toward the first down marker. Ruston continues to march deeper into Neville territory, inside the 25. This again is Roberts, and it's a good gain. In fact, it's inside the Neville 10-yard line. First down, goal to go for Ruston. Bo Jones, the Ruston quarterback, barks his signals with back split behind him. Looking over the defense, now putting a man in motion, that's Earl Griffin. Pitch it back, picked up by Roberts, though, even though he bobbled it. He's inside the 5, just barely. Still a goal-to-go situation. It is now second down from the line of scrimmage for Ruston. Again, the Bearcats are close. Down 7-0, wanting to add to a score, and yes, there it is. Over the right side, Roberts is into the end zone. A touchdown by Ruston means that there is an extra point impending. The slim 1-point margin that Neville holds. Now from the toe of Daniel Prince. Here's the extra point try. It is up, and it is through. So again, in the second quarter with 8:56 remaining in the half, tied at 7, Neville and Ruston. Bearcats tee it up, kick it off. This is LaMarcus Simmons taking it inside the 5, looking for some blockers. Finds it going very rough, but a good return out across the 25-yard line. Neville now first down, 10 yards to go. Plenty of time remaining in the half, and again, tied at 7. Tigers set on offense. Robert Lane from the gun. Snap back from center. Lane looking to throw. He does throw. It is a great throw and catch by Drew Carson. First down and more to the 49-yard line of Neville. Tigers again near the midfield stripe. First down, 10 yards to go. Robert Lane looking over the defense from the shotgun. Here is Lane to throw. Bobbled, but caught. It is for positive yardage inside Ruston territory for Kawami Keys. Tigers, now from the Ruston 45, handed off Tony Roberts. Thought he had an opening, closed very quickly. He goes down off his feet for virtually no gain. It is now second down for the Tigers. Robert Lane in the shotgun. Looking over the middle. Throws his pass high. It falls incomplete and brings up another situation for a punt. Drew Carson stands back near the Neville 40. He gets away a high kick in the air. This one is actually going out of bounds and will require a mark-off by the referee. As he steps forward past the 20-yard line of Ruston, makes the mark near the 22. Ruston now back on offense. First down and 10 yards to go. Bo Jones hands it off to Ladarius Mammon, who is swamped. Chris Welch, good defense, helped by many more Tigers on the play, resulting in a loss. Places Ruston, second down, some 12 yards to go, line of scrimmage near the Ruston 20-yard line. Bo Jones looking for a Bearcat on a pass pattern, but finds mostly Martez McGee, who had a shot at the interception, did not make it. Ball was underthrown, brings up third down, 12 yards to go, line of scrimmage, the Ruston 20-yard line. Earl Griffin in motion for the Bearcats. Bo Jones back to throw again. He won't get the pass away, and again, Welch is there, but this time having a shot at an interception. Didn't work. Requires Ruston to take punt formation. The snap back. The punter has it away. A wobbling kick that will bounce and seemingly roll to the 35-yard line of Neville. Closer inspection showed that the ball actually hit a Bearcat near the 50-yard line. So the Tigers take over with first down, 10 yards to go. Tonight's playback of the Neville-Ruston football game is proudly brought to you by Thomas and Farr Insurance, serving insurance needs for over 50 years in the area. Make sure you call Thomas and Farr Insurance, 388-1472. Thank you, Thomas and Farr.
What I enjoy about the outdoors is the peace, the solitude, getting out here, having some fun, some fellowship with your friends, your family. My earliest memories of going hunting is getting bundled up on a winter morning, going out to the deer stand or going squirrel hunting with my dad and my brothers. Well, I think it's critical that you preserve this type of lifestyle, hunting and fishing, for our families, for their futures.
Wilson Rambo, the kind of person you want for district judge for Morehouse and Ouachita parishes.
Again, Neville, first down, 10 yards to go. Good field position at the 50-yard line. Robert Lane trying to work from the shotgun. It's a snap over his head, which doesn't result in any hurt to Neville. Penalty flags are down, and the analogy by the referees produces the call that defensive encroachment against Ruston. Probably a situation where one of the Bearcats lined up in the neutral zone. Produces first down again, but only 5 yards to go. Lane to throw, incomplete, going for Darby, which had drawn two defenders as he angled in over the middle. Seemingly no harm done. Second down, 5 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, the Ruston 45-yard line. This time Lane is under center. I formation, and here's Drew Carson in motion. Lane to keep it himself. Running to the right. He's got good room inside the Ruston 30, the 25, and finally knocked off his feet at the Ruston 22-yard line. The quarterback keeper working very well. It's a first down for Neville, the Ruston 22. Score is tied at 7, and now Lane is tied up as he goes off left tackle inside the Ruston 20 to near the 18-yard line. Second down for the Tigers, and some 6 yards to go according to the yardstick. Here's Lane under center, trying to get something going. Tony White is hit. In fact, he will lose yardage on the play. Back to near the 20-yard line. Tigers still seemingly in fairly good shape. Third down situation, deep in Ruston territory. Again, the line of scrimmage, the 20. Robert Lane now working from the shotgun. Looks over the spread, puts a man in motion. That's LaMarcus Simmons. Here's Lane looking to throw, but the rush is on, and they get him. Not only takes Neville out of a possibility for a first down, but also pushes Neville far enough back to the 35-yard line. Again, a situation which will force Drew Carson to come on to try and punt. Drew's punt is high in the air. It will bounce, taking a Neville roll into the end zone, producing a touchback. This puts Ruston first down, 10 yards to go at the 20-yard line of the Bearcats. Ruston now takes the field, first down, 10 yards to go. The score still tied at 7. Bo Jones going with a single setback, but watch this. It's a handoff to the left wing man. That's Roberts running right. He's across the 25-yard line, out to the 27-yard line. Again, weaving his way through for good yardage, still leaving Ruston with second down, but fairly short yardage. Second down, some 2.5, 3 yards to go. The Ruston quarterback, Bo Jones, has them set, will turn and go with a play-action fake and throw way upfield. Yes, the camera will eventually catch up down near the ball, which bounds around incomplete. Brings up third down for Ruston as the players come back to reset. Again, fairly short yardage, less than 3 yards to go, near the 27-yard line of the Bearcats. Handed off to Earl Griffin. He has passed the first down marker, bowling over Tiger defenders along the way. Earl Griffin has the first down for the Bearcats, obviously. Line of scrimmage near the 34-yard line. So as Ruston continues to try to mount a drive, deepening into the second quarter of play, here are the Bearcats, first down, 10 yards to go at the Ruston 34. Down under center is Bo Jones. Pitch it back. Ladarius Mammon. And he's across the right side, outside the tackles, up the sideline with a first down. Bearcats seemingly on the move. But what do the Neville defenders have in store? Let's go ahead and listen to the announcer call. Back to throw, getting pressure from McCoy. He'll pull up now and throw it over the middle. Intercepted. Travis Moore will be taken down at the 34-yard line. Very wisely played center field to bring that one in. Well, there's the interception. We're looking for one. So Neville goes back on offense, looking for more, tied at 7, line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line of Neville, Tony White. He has good running room off the right side, right at the Neville bench, crossing the 40-yard line. In fact, he's very close to that first down marker. The clock continues to wind down. Deeper into the second quarter, Tigers trying to hurry on offense and get set. Robert Lane finally does. In the shotgun. Hands it off. Tony White left side. And look at this. He's across the 50. The Ruston 40 inside the Ruston 30. Not only a big run for Tony White down near the 20-yard line, but he's out of bounds to stop the clock. Again, we're tied at 7. Deep in the second quarter. The Tigers wanting to add something, obviously, before the halftime comes to a close. Now, here's Robert Lane. First down, 10 yards to go. Take a look. The pitch back to Tony White produces a loss on the play. Exercising a timeout, even though the loss is on the play, the Tigers are still close. Second down, some 13, 14 yards to go. Line of scrimmage near the Ruston 23. Robert Lane down under. He'll keep it himself. Is tied up at the line of scrimmage. Does good to just squeeze out a yard. But again, precious time clicks from the clock. Third down, neighborhood of 12 yards to go. Stoppage of play to allow Neville to call this particular play. Robert Lane looking over the Ruston defense. Spreads the field with receivers. Lane, obviously, in the shotgun here. Man in motion, LaMarcus Simmons. Robert Lane has the shotgun snap, has to hurry his screen pass try over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Bringing up fourth down, and feeling that it's within the range of Alex Presley, the Tigers will try a field goal. The snap is back. Presley's kick is certainly well long enough, but just wide right, leaving just only seconds remaining until halftime. The Tigers trot off the field dejected. Offense comes off, defense comes on. Here comes Ruston, and by virtue of the missed field goal, the touchback produces first down and 10 for Ruston at the 20-yard line. But a man is back for Ruston. Bo Jones will take a knee, and that will bring the first half to a close as the Tigers and Bearcats battle to a 7-7 tie at halftime.
Monroe, West Monroe, Ouachita, and Morehouse parishes. You can vote for Wilson Rambo for district judge.
There are 2 judgeships open. My choice for Division C is Wilson Rambo. He has a broad range of courtroom experience, and I think that's very important.
I feel like Wilson has the insight as a good moral Christian man to stand for what is right.
Wilson is the only candidate who's ever been a prosecutor. He's the attorney for the Police Benevolent Association. Wilson Rambo has the right experience to be district judge.
Are you ready for some super action? Ready for the best local football highlights on TV? Well, are you? Then get ready to tune your TV to see the best of the best in action on the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
I'm Aaron Dietrich. That's Brett Newton. Welcome to the most watched high school football show in the area.
See why the KNOE TV8 sports team are the undisputed champions of local sports coverage. Watch TV8 Friday nights at 10:15 for the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
Tonight's playback of the Neville Ruston football game is proudly brought to you by Thomas & Farr Insurance, serving insurance needs for over 50 years in the area. Make sure you call Thomas & Farr Insurance, 388-1472. Thank you, Thomas & Farr. Let's go ahead and take a few minutes to visit with Mickey Traywick, member of the Monroe City School Board. I'm proud to say good friend of mine. Mickey, thank you for stopping by to chat with me for a moment here.
Neil, I'm honored and just very thankful for everything you do for Neville High School and the Monroe City School System.
Well, there's a lot going on at Neville and with the city system. Things are really looking up. The monies are coming in. There's been allocation of money. There's been accountability that makes things look better. And when you drive by Neville High School, you see some of that, the track, the parking lot, for example. Touch on those subjects for me.
Neil, we've been very fortunate here at Neville. As you know, we have a new track. I like to call it a public walking facility. As you see it after work, there's 15, 20 people here at night and late afternoon walking. Not only does the students use it, but the public uses it. It's a beautiful track. It's made out of polyurethane. It has a 10 to 15 year lifespan, and we're very thankful to have it. It's a state-of-the-art track. Something that we had prior to this one was built in 1962. So we went from probably the most antiquated track in this part of the state to the most modern.
A lot of research was done on this particular track, and I do mean the type of track also. I think the system decided let's get the best if we're going to do it.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right, and it's beautiful. And thanks to Coach Van Lay, who oversaw the project. He more or less managed the project for us, and was real thankful for him.
The parking lot also, the campus of Neville built in 1931, primarily just magnolia trees and cottonfield back then, I think. But, look at this parking area also for the students and faculty, something that's been sorely needed for a long time.
Neil, that is an understatement. As you know, the students here just parked anywhere they could. It was part of it was asphalt, part of it was mud, part of it was potholes. But as you see, we have at least 180 marked off spots, Neil. The students actually have reserved parking spaces. They know where to park. It's striped. It's very nice. It's organized, and not only for students, it's great for the extracurricular activities.
Obviously so. Field house, new carpet renovations there, and also the north end of Ruppel Stadium here with new coaches' offices, and that has brought a lot of smiles to people, mainly the coaches, I guess.
Absolutely, Neil. We probably had 4 coaches in a room. It was probably 10 by 10, and now we have completely renovated the north end of the stadium. And it wasn't just school board. It took a community effort from boosters and friends and so forth. So real thankful for that, and I know the coaches are. It is a place where they can look at films with the players. Coaches can have meetings. We're really fortunate. Like I said, what we basically did was just renovated what we had. and just real fortunate for that.
It has made a fine facility indeed here for football and for the other sports at Neville High School. And also, Mickey, touch on what the city school system is doing, Monroe City Schools, allocations of new money, things like that. This is a very exciting time for this school system.
It is, Neil. Like I said, we have approximately $16 million dedicated for renovations and maintenance. And I'm fortunate enough to chair the committee that oversees that project. And not just Neville High School, Neil.
Correct. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
At Lee Junior High, the Bingo Bells, cheerleaders, and so forth have absolutely nowhere to practice. They go to Sally Humble, Lexington, and so forth to practice in their gym. And this extra addition to the gym, we're going to call it an all-purpose room. It's a great place for them to practice, and we're really looking forward to that. And then Lexington and Sally Humble also are benefiting from different projects.
Well, I know that the city school system works hand in hand with the state. You have LEAP tests now. Back when we were not in school, nothing like that was there for academics, accountability, different things like that. What else is exciting on the horizon for the city school system?
Well, Neil, I guess probably the most recent thing, we're going to see some black ink this year in the budget.
My goodness.
We're really excited for that. It's going to be a little over $750 million. We just ended this past fiscal year, and we are tickled to death with that.
Working together,
right,
finding ways to cut corners and saving money.
Absolutely, Neil, and it's a team effort, and we're real thankful for that also.
Well, we thank you for what you do as a school board member. I know that you're no way overpaid for that position, but it is a dedication because you have children in the systems that are on, and I think it's a win-win situation for Monroe and the surrounding area. What's going on?
Neil, thank you, and it's truly an honor to be here this afternoon and to serve on the Monroe City School Board.
Through the years, Wilson Rambo has helped people in our community. He mentors young people. Wilson volunteers for the CASA program to protect abused children.
Unless you've got some people who volunteer their own personal time and make sure that whatever needs to be done is done, that the child gets the best possible treatment.
I've always been able to count on Wilson. Whenever I've needed somebody to help me in training at Teen Corps.
Wilson has never forgotten the true measure of a man is helping others. On October 5th, vote Wilson Rambo for District Judge.
It's in the third quarter. Ruston has scored to take a 14-7 lead, but look at this. Neville is on the move thanks to the legs of Robert Lane, who takes the ball running right down inside the Ruston 12-yard line. Again, the Tigers on the move, looking to get a touchdown to tie things up. Good run by Lane, obviously. First down, 10 yards to go near the Ruston 12-yard line. Lane in the shotgun. Tony White, he's got the football. He's running right. He's inside the 5 and actually inside the 4 after the spot. So again, the Tigers on a long drive, which began back at the 22-yard line on this particular drive, looking good inside the Ruston 5-yard line. Robert Lane in the shotgun, and again, going to Tony White. He deserves to run it in for the score.
He's stepping into the end zone. Touchdown, Neville. A great drive that time. And if you know that moved all the way from the 22-yard line down to the goal line in just a few short plays, that is a big boost for Neville.
Again, the score is tied at 14-all. Here comes the ensuing kickoff, which comes down in the end zone. Brandon Belcher takes it there for the automatic touchback. This puts Ruston first down, 10 yards to go at the 20-yard line. Stacking it up in there, the Neville defense. The Ruston ball carrier has nowhere to go. A long pass play going upfield, falling incomplete for the intended receiver. And yet another pass try over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver, Ladarius Mammon. So again, even though the game is tied at 14, Ruston seemingly trying to find something through the air instead of the run game. Line of scrimmage is now the 15-yard line, and yet another long pass attempt, Bo Jones, intended for Brandon Belcher, over the outstretched hands. Again, the call incomplete. So Ruston now facing this 4th down and long situation. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, still tied at 14. Here is the Ruston punt. Not extremely long, bouncing near the Ruston 45-yard line, and now taken and killed near the 46 of Ruston. Tigers back on offense. Drew Carson in motion, shotgun snap to Lane, who hands it off to Tony White, finds the running rough. Just a couple of yards, just inside the Ruston 45, bringing up 2nd down for this play. Again, Carson in a bit of motion, shotgun snap to Lane, but Tony White running over the right side. He's inside the 40-yard line to near the Ruston 38. Lane calling his own number and is down quickly. Good Ruston pursuit that time to bring down the senior quarterback. Lane again under center, looking for the 1st down. Gutsy call, gutsy play, gutsy move. He got it. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Fresh set of downs, obviously, for Neville at the Ruston 35-yard line. So again, the Tigers continuing to try to mount this offensive pursuit. Lane in the shotgun. He'll keep it himself. Finds a little bit of a seam. Stretches through there. It looks as though he's got the 1st down yardage. He's just inside the 25 of Ruston to near the 24-yard line. Tigers continue on their offensive assault here at the Ruston defense. Again, line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line of Ruston. Man in motion, that's Drew Carson. But here's a handoff. Tony White finds a seam on the left side. Look at the offensive line clear out somewhat of a lane. But as White is taken down aggressively near the 21-yard line, the next play, White with the ball again. And he does find a little more daylight. He is down near the 16-yard line of Ruston as the Tigers continue to march, offensively continuing trying to move. A check of the scoreboard shows that the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Ruston and Neville still tied at 14 all. Going the other way, shotgun snap, handoff, Tony White. Had to do a juggling act with the ball behind his back. Holds on to it, but still on a 4th down play. Here's Alex Presley. The 33-yard field goal is through. Once again, Neville reclaims the lead, 17-14 over Ruston. Now here come the Bearcats back on offense once again later in the 4th quarter. A run off the left side to Ladarius Mammon. The Bearcats trying to answer the Alex Presley field goal, and they do, plunging on through for the touchdown, and now the point after try. It is wide left. That leaves the score, Ruston 20, Neville 17, with 10 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
What I enjoy about the outdoors is the peace, the solitude, getting out here having some fun, some fellowship with your friends, your family. My earliest memories of going hunting is getting bundled up on a winter morning, going out to the deer stand or going squirrel hunting with my dad and my brothers. I think it's critical that you preserve this type of lifestyle, hunting and fishing, for our families, for their futures.
Wilson Rambo, the kind of person you want for district judge for Morehouse and Ouachita parishes.
Are you ready for some super action? Ready for the best local football highlights on TV? Well, are you? Then get ready to tune your TV to see the best of the best in action on the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
I'm Aaron Dietrich. That's Brett Newton. Welcome to the most watched high school football show in the area.
See why the KNOE TV8 sports team are the undisputed champions of local sports coverage. Watch TV8 Friday nights at 10:15 for the Wendy's Friday Night Blitz.
Now the kickoff by Ruston. It's a kick which bounces near the 5-yard line into the end zone. That sets up a touchback. That means it's 1st down, 10 yards to go for Neville at the 20-yard line. As the Tigers set on offense, let's listen to the announcer call.
As the Tigers go back on offense, down by 3 with 80 yards of field in front of them. Here's Robert Lane in the shotgun, takes a high snap, looking to throw, releases way upfield, going for Simmons on the left side. Got it, Simmons at the 30, the 25, the 20. 15, the 10, the 5. No flags. 80-yard touchdown strike. LaMarcus Simmons took it stride for stride. Robert Lane laid it perfectly in the breadbasket, and the Tigers are back on top.
Neil, I do believe that was 80 yards.
80 yards is right. Incredible.
Deepening into the fourth quarter, Ruston and a drive that stalls. Ruston must take punt formation as this game continues to unfold. Here's the Ruston punt. Coming down, fair caught by Drew Carson near the 25-yard line. Again, the Tigers are holding a 23-20 lead at this point. Now the Tigers back on offense. We watch along as Robert Lane first works from the shotgun, puts a man in motion, Tony White, running right side. He's got some room. He's out there and stretches his frame toward the first down marker. Again, the sophomore sensation, Tony White, showing very good promise, rushing for more than 100 yards on the night in this game against Ruston. Right now the Tigers on offense, fresh set of downs, first down, 10 yards to go at the 35-yard line. Here's Lane, who will find the running rough, calling his own number, going off the right side as he's cut down on the play for about a 2-yard gain. In this situation, leaving Neville second down, some 8 yards to go, line of scrimmage, the Neville 37-yard line. Lane, working from the shotgun, hands it to Tony White. He's running left. He stretches his frame across the 40. Actually a fairly good gain, running left, cutting back. Tony White leaves Neville in a third down situation. Not too bad, third down and some 2.5, maybe 3 yards to go. Now Robert Lane, working from the shotgun, will try to pitch it. It is dropped by Tony White, thankfully recovered by White, and for the moment anyway, no real harm done as it's facing now a 4th down and 5, that being the Tiger offense, and the Tigers must take punt formation. Again, Neville holding on to a 3-point lead as the Tiger punt team readies itself here, seemingly not in position, and that may play into a factor as to what happens. On the punt try, the low snap is mishandled by Drew Carson. He does his best just to get outside and try to get upfield. But the Ruston defensive pursuit is there. Drew Carson goes down, leaving Ruston in fairly good field position, obviously, at the 35-yard line of Neville. The ground game goes to work. Working right side is Roberts, number 1 for Ruston. He takes it forward for a little room, about 4 yards gained on the play to bring up 2nd down and 6 at the Neville 31-yard line. Bo Jones, the quarterback, goes to his man running left, running very hard and good. Travis White, as he takes it forward. Again, Ruston down by 3, but looking toward the south end zone. Brings up a 3rd down situation for Ruston in the neighborhood of 3 yards to go inside the Neville 30. Pitch it back, Ladarius Mammon running hard, 1st down and more, stretching his frame inside the 20-yard line of Neville. And again, the Bearcats finding some momentum in this particular setting. A fresh set of downs for Ruston. The defense of Neville sets, looking at a split back set behind Bo Jones. Hand it off, you know who, Ladarius Mammon. He's got yardage, 1st down and more. And after he's taken down off his feet by Travis Moore, near the 5-yard line of Neville, Ruston is looking at 1st down, goal to go, obviously deep in Neville territory. Hand it off, running right. Running is rough. Still a little closer to the goal line is Roberts. But in this situation, 2nd down, goal to go. Ruston down by 3 points, but again, staring very close at the Neville end zone. Bo Jones hands it off. Ladarius Mammon taking a small leap on into the end zone. And with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter and in the game, Ruston reclaims the lead. Here's the extra point try, which is up and through. So again, with 2 minutes 49 seconds remaining in the game, Ruston reclaiming the lead. The count, Ruston 27, Neville 23. Again, 2 minutes 49 seconds remaining in the contest. Ruston takes the lead, 27-23 over Neville. Here's the kickoff by Ruston, taken by LaMarcus Simmons inside the 5. LaMarcus back out across the 25-yard line. Finally taken down off his feet near the 28-yard line. That is where obviously Neville will take over, 1st down and 10 yards to go, looking to put together a drive to hopefully make a come from behind in this game. Robert Lane first, working in the shotgun, looks right to throw, finally runs right, taking it across the 30-yard line, out to near the 34-yard line, between the 33 and 34, a nice gain. Now, an additional penalty on the play will push the ball forward up to near the 39-yard line of Neville. Here is Robert Lane to throw. It is complete. A good play to Nolan Darby. He held on long enough for the possession, and that will move the ball into Ruston territory following the pass completion to Nolan Darby. The line of scrimmage now, the Ruston 34-yard line. Robert Lane, shotgun snap. Tony White trying to run left. He will not make the line of scrimmage. In fact, after the placement of the ball, White is down for a 2-yard loss in the play. This pushes the ball back to the Ruston 36-yard line. Neville now facing this 2nd down play. Robert Lane looking upfield. This is huge. A big pass completion to LaMarcus Simmons. He's inside the Ruston 10, pushed out of bounds at the Ruston 6-yard line, and coming from the hand of Robert Lane to LaMarcus Simmons, it's 1st and goal for the Tigers. Tony White takes it right side. He's inside the 5, taken down very aggressively. The mark will be somewhere between the 2-yard line and the 3-yard line as the late 4th quarter clock continues to roll. Still in a goal-to-go situation. This is 2nd.
And a lot of times you've got to let it.
He nudges the ball forward for practical purposes. Still goal-to-goal in this situation at the 1-yard line of Ruston. exercising timeouts, calling the plays. Again, Robert Lane trying to take it left guard style. It's not there, but the ball is just inches away from the goal line. The clock now under 30 seconds. Neville looking at a 4th down, goal-to-go situation. Again, Ruston leads 27-23. A field goal can't tie it. Here it is, the 4th down play. The Tigers are set. Obviously, Ruston will stack the defensive line in this situation. Robert Lane under center takes the snap, steps outside the tackle, goes into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Tigers reclaim the lead with only 22 seconds remaining in the game. Neville now set for this very important extra point try. Alex Presley, the hold of Drew Carson. Alex has it through. So following the extra point and touchdown dive by Robert Lane, the Tigers reclaim the lead 30-27 over Ruston.